Come on. You knew the outcome before the game even started. You knew what it was going to be with Zack Wheeler on the mound. As we welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Pure Auto Insurance. Ruben Amaro Jr. I'm Michael Barkann. And, Rube, 5-2 Phillies. They're 27-19 now. It's a 600 win percentage. They're on pace for 97 wins. And since April 25th, the Cubs lost after the Mets sweep. They're 14-5. And Zack Wheeler's arm, man, oh, Manischewitz, was he amazing tonight, as usual.
He really was terrific. And I know that we talk about Zack Wheeler. We talked about him in the open. He's really special. And it's almost like, in a lot of ways, what I remember from Roy Halladay, every time he went out there, you knew you had a chance to win the baseball game because he was going to hold that team down. This is not a great lineup that the Pittsburgh Pirates are sporting right now, but you got to make your pitches. These are still major league hitters. He did his job. Great job. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 walk, 6 punch-outs. And he really mixed it up. I mean, 33% four-seam, 22% sinker, 19% sweepers, 11%, and all the way down the line. He basically used all of his pitches because he has great command with all of them. He throws all of his pitches with a ton of conviction, and it's really a special thing to watch, Michael.
Bryce Harper had a heck of a game last weekend at Cleveland, and we thought he was back. Then he struggled Sunday and Monday, and all of a sudden now the last 2 games, there's 3 games, he has started to light up again. He's batting .256, which is not what you want to see from him, but it's a heck of a lot better than .228 or .230. So he's getting there, it looks like. Do you agree?
There's no question in my mind. And what I see with him in the box, that he's really stable, staying behind the baseball. His head's behind the ball. He's driving the ball the opposite way. And when his feet are planted still and not pulling off the ball, he's as good a hitter as there is in baseball. He's hit those milestones that, the 1,000, RBIs and all the things that he's done that have been amazing. And I truly believe that he's going to start doing that on a more regular basis now as we move into the hitting season.
Yeah, and he knows what the deal is. He addressed it last night post-game. He said, I'm obviously displeased with where I am right now. I'm in the cage every extra chance I get. And it's starting to, we hope, come to fruition. As you see, he is 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI. And a walk as well. But I want to go to you on the lineup and what happened. You were a part of that 93 team, and Jim Fregosi had the platoon going, and John Kruk said, well, I don't know if I call this a platoon, but the fact is Bryson Stott leads off sometimes, like tonight. Trey Turner leads off sometimes. Kepler's in left, sometimes he's not. Rojas is in left, Marsh is in center, Marsh is in center. It seems to be working, especially over the last 19 games.
Yeah, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, it's actually gone very well. They played excellent baseball. They're winning baseball games, and I think Topper's probably going to stay with this for a while. I still believe in my heart of hearts that Bryson Stott is getting closer and closer to being that everyday leadoff hitter because he's handling the left-handers well. You saw what he did against Wentz. When he's driving the ball low to the left side or to the opposite side and then driving the ball high, which you saw him do with the home run to the right side on the pull side, that's when you know he's starting to get really locked in. I do believe with his ability to run the bases, to steal bases, the proficiency with which he does it, I think he's getting closer and closer to being that everyday leadoff guy, whether it's a righty or a lefty.
The Phillies have now won their 10th series of the season, 10-4-1 in series this season. They finish off, hopefully, Pittsburgh tomorrow afternoon, then on to Colorado, on to play the Athletics. And the competition is not great, and they should make some hay, whether they go undefeated or whether they have a loss or two. What did you say, 5-2?
5-2 at least. But I again, it's one day at a time. They have to play good quality baseball. This was a complete win, as we talked about a little bit earlier. They played good defense. They pitched it. They got the hits when they needed to. And that's what you do to win baseball games, and been doing it pretty consistently over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
All right, let's go over to Citizens Bank Park to the clubhouse, and we hear from Rob Thomson post-game.
Wheeler stuff look even better than usual tonight?
Yeah, velocity was up, and he held it. Yeah, all his stuff was good. ball to strike ratio. I mean, it's the same quotes. You can take your quotes from the last 20 starts and just fill it in.
His strikeout ratio is up, his walk rate's down, or strikeout rate is up, his walk rate's down. He's throwing more strikes. I mean, is that just like a conscious effort thing? Have you guys talked about that? Like, what's?
I don't think we've talked about it. I just think, yeah, he's really good. Yeah, he really is. He's one of the best in the game.
And he's got like 6 different pitches that he does. I know he leads on the 4-seamer, but he throws all the other 5 at different.
And they're all getting better. So the split's getting better. The sliders all those pitches are getting better, and he's commanding them better as he gets more experience and gets older, and so it's really good.
I guess that makes it pretty difficult for a hitter to kind of know what's going to happen to him in the second at bat and the third at bat.
Yeah, because he adjusts, and the combination of power and command is just, it's hard to hit.
Bryce Harper comes through with a home run, and then that base hit scored 2 runs and build a little bit of a bigger lead. What do you think of his night?
Had a great night. I liked our offensive approach throughout our lineup. Everybody got on base. And on that play, Marsh got a great read. He was right behind Bohm to score. I really liked our approach, especially in the 4th inning where we scored 3 runs, all opposite field hits. So we were staying on the ball. We weren't getting out of the zone very much. We took what they gave us. So got the pitch count up pretty high on the starter fairly quickly. So it was really good. It was a really good day.
I know Bones kind of tagging just in case there. Were you nervous at all that Marsh was going to catch up?
A little bit. Well, I don't think he would have passed him, but luck, Bohm he was heads up and he kept running, or Marshy would have had to push him.
What do you think is strong stuff tonight?
I think it was the best I've seen all year. Yeah. Just the ball flight, I don't know about the velocities. Like, I don't see every pitch, I don't see it up on the screen every pitch, but I thought the ball flight was really good, and he got some swing and miss, and that's really good to see. And Hernandez was outstanding as well.
You said before the game Ross needed work. You didn't know, is he good physically?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's fine. With him being up really twice last night, and, just want to maintain some length for tomorrow, but he does need a pitch.
You guys got out to that really hot start last year, and you have the same number of series wins to this point that you had at this point last year. Do you think the team's played as well early on as it did last year? It's been as hot a start to you?
No, I think we played better last year, to tell you the truth. But it looks like we're starting to play better now. But I think that, I think we played a little bit better last year, early in the season.
You said the other day, right, that at some point someone's going to pay. With Bryce will make somebody pay. He's gotten on base a ton this week.
Yeah.
You kind of get the sense that it's starting to really turn for him.
I think so. The double to left field, that tells you something about him. When he's doing that, when he's using the field, driving balls to left center, driving balls to left field, that's when he's on it. And then they'll throw a breaking ball or something that will speed him up, and he'll pull the ball in the air. And I think that's when he's really good.
In that 4th inning, JT had grounded out on the first pitch, and Alec took the first pitch, which was middle, ends up having a really long at bat. Is that something you guys mentioned right beforehand after JT grounds out, or is that just something in his approach this year, being patient, being aware of the situation?
We mention it all the time, just so that the position players are cognizant of what our pitcher's done the previous inning. We didn't happen to mention it to Bomer in that inning, but I think they're getting the idea of, okay, what's going on with our guy? How many pitches did he throw last inning? We need to slow this thing up so he can sit down and get some rest. So I think they understand the situation.